Alexis McAllister could possibly be leaving the club in the summer as interest in the midfielder seems to grow. Rio Nguhoma could be in line for a brand new contract as Liverpool look to tie him down amid rumours to a move to Bayern Munich. And the one, the only, Divock Origi has retired from
Come on.
football officially. People, it's Monday Night Live. You know what that means. Sit back, relax, get your food, get your drink. Let's chop it up, people. Let's go.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kop-ish.
Being free back again, ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions, we the best, we come again. Kop-ish clean up in every region, elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap and drifty go on tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish, this is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that, this is Kop-ish, this is Kop-ish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-ish.
Yes, lovely people. Hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, do smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel as well, people. It is Monday Night Live. As I said, we're going to be speaking about Alexis McAllister, the left wing situation, Rio Nguhoma, and the legend that is Divock Origi. Drifty, how you doing this evening, bro?
I'm sad, but I'm happy. You know what I mean?
You got it all out of your system with the whole Origi stuff. Because you saying some wild stuff before we started, bro.
I'll never get it. I won't be able to, bro. I won't be able to. I love that.
You got a channel to uphold, yeah. This is an income earner for me.
Yeah, I know. I'll talk about it on my channel, innit?
Yeah, I'm gonna go rogue properly. I feel it.
Yeah, when I love, do you know what I mean? I love that guy, man. So it was actually quite sad looking through like the memories today in terms of like that he's retiring because he's not even old. So I don't know if it was like he's fed up with football or if it was an injury. I don't think maybe he's just fed up with football, you know. I don't know, like, but I love the kid. Absolute legend, man.
No, bun it. Since we're in a mood, innit? You could take one back this summer, Nunes or Origi. You take him back.
Oh, Origi all day long, bro. I'll Spartan kick Nunes off the bridge for Origi, bro. Don't get me wrong, I love Nunes, but Origi is my guy. He's brought me some of the greatest moments as well. Like when I think about even since we started doing this, like Origi's just brought me so many moments, man. So many moments. There's so many Merseyside moments, the derbies, the Champions League, the Newcastle game in that same season when we was trying to win the league. So many moments, bro. Ah, it's crazy. So many moments.
Cool. We'll come back to it. I'll let you just.
We'll pivot.
I'll let you mentally deal with the situation. Yeah, I like Origi. Obviously, you're his biggest fan in it, but like it did hit me a little bit when he retired today because he's not old. Like if he was a few years old, I'd be like, but yeah, we'll discuss that later. Let's start with McAllister, bro. There's rumors circulating that Real Madrid are interested in him. He could be subject to a move this summer. Liverpool aren't actively selling, you know how the line goes, not actively selling, but if a good offer comes in, then they'll consider it, may even go forward with the deal. I want to ask, what valuation would you put on McAllister this summer? I'm going to use before World Cup because he could either have an amazing World Cup, light up, and his price could go from a certain amount, and you got to add 20 mil to the you got to add 20 mil to the fee, or he could have
nothing with £20, bro,
and you could end up knocking 20 mil off.
Yeah.
What's the Elise stuff, by the way? Is this the Real Madrid links, or are we linked to him?
Yeah, no, apparently Liverpool are actively working on a deal to bring him to Liverpool for next summer.
Oh, bro, you got me. If it was this summer,
No, yeah, here's the so let me read you exactly
it, bro.
what
I'll bring back Salah for a year and then get you say next year. Ain't no shame around there, bro.
So here's what. So buying space, I think. Is it buying space?
Buying space.
Is it? No. Say ITK space. I don't even know who that is. The operation to bring Michael Olise to Liverpool for the summer 27 is already fully underway.
Oh,
but for legal reasons, won't be able to say anything until after the summer.
Okay, we're churning. I like it. Yeah, I like that.
I like the idea of it, obviously, at any point because he's a world-class baller. But no, I'm just a whole year though is very anticlimactical, man. Having to wait. Cal, you're an impatient guy. You can wait a whole year for him.
Not that impatient. You see me as the barometer for impatience is crazy, bro.
From a footballing point of view, like you want to win now, you don't want to waste time. Like, can you wait a whole year? I don't know, man. That's a long time.
Yeah, I can wait a year if it means getting a lease. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I would take him at Liverpool at any point while he's in his prime, but yeah, a whole year is mad. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And then that will beg the question. I don't want to step on your toes for any of the conversation tonight, but Diamonde for 100 mil, but then we're gonna go and buy 150 mil player a season later. That ain't the Liverpool way at all, bro.
We ain't broke, bro. I keep on.
No, but that's not even common sense, bro.
Wow. You need common sense when you got dough, fam.
We like that, yeah.
I'm all the way up. Nothing could stop me. I'm all the way up. We good, bro. Andoni's a red. We rich. Well, sometimes you can't get your dream car straight away. You gotta speak to the sales team. They gotta put the right color in, the right tints, and the interior, and then boom. You can't.
Yeah, but Cal, you don't buy a Lamborghini if you know next year you're buying a Bugatti.
Ain't tricking if you got it. I switch rips like kicks. I'm a bowler. This what it is, bro.
Fair enough.
This what it is. This what it is. Let's move back to the McAllister situation though. What valuation would you do for McAllister right now?
Remember, I'm one of the few people, who believes that the manager was more to do with why he didn't play well, more so than him. I know a lot of people like his legs are gone and all that stuff, but he was never quick anyway. I just think he was hung out to dry. And it is quite mad that he's one of the only players nobody's giving any kind of like grace for. Most people, everyone's like I've even heard Gakpo get grace from the fans because of the tactics and the manager. But for some reason, no one wants to give McAllister any grace, which for me feels very targeted, but that's another story. I think McAllister is easily a £70 million midfielder. This market is wild. It's a wild market, bro. He's definitely a 70. If you get him to play the way you need him to play, I was watching some clips of him today, Kyle. I think people have forgot how good of a passer he is, how composed he is, how creative he can be if he's relieved of defensive duties, how clutch he is when he comes up with moments, whether it be a late run into a box, arriving late, scoring a header, or a banger from 20 yards. Like, I don't know. I'm just so confused why everybody has just found it so easy to just shit on him. But hey, easily 70 mil for me. Easily. In this market,
to be fair,
easy.
I'd gone 60. So I'll tell you what is, I think, with the McAllister situation, where I think it differs to the Grav one. Since the World Cup in Qatar, he's not really had a break from football, and he played under Klopp, won the World Cup. Didn't he play in the Copa America after that? And now he's going back to another World Cup.
Yeah, he's had non-stop football for 4 years. Yeah,
he looks like he's physically lost the step drift. And he was, as you said, he was never the most athletic. But when you're never the most athletic and you physically lose a step, similar to the Fabinho situation, I don't think you can get it back, especially in the league how it is as well now. And I think that's why a lot of people are saying, I think now's the time to cash in. Plus, he's got 2 years left on his deal. Do we really want another saga of him going into last year's contract?
That part I agree with. I agree you can't let him go for a cheap or let him run down his contract. I agree with that part.
I do think he's slightly overrated as a footballer by some sections of the fan base. And when I say overrated, I'm not saying he's rubbish. I think people see and hear the word overrated and see it as black and white, as in if you think someone's overrated, you think they're crap. I think he's a 7 out of 10 footballer, whereas I think some people hold him at like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. I don't think he's that level. I think he's again, I don't say this in a disrespectful way. I think he's one of our more replaceable midfielders from a skill set standpoint. I don't think.
I mean, I even get that. I even get that argument. Yeah,
I don't think he specializes in anything.
Yeah, he's not hard to find. I agree with that. It ain't like I'm gonna scour the globe and be like, can't find anyone like McAllister. Yeah, I agree with that. But I just think he's underappreciated. And he had a bad year. Everybody fell out over the season. And I've noticed our fan base does like to find a scapegoat. Every year, there is always one. If you actually think about it, there's always one guy who's the guy who's picked on all the time.
So let me ask you, would you sell him or not?
I would let him go if I was going to be able to get my way. So if I was going to get the midfielder I want, yeah, I would. Because I'm not blindly attached to the idea of McAllister.
So not throwing you under the bus here, but if you're willing to sell him and say I'm willing to sell him, is that underappreciating him, or is that just kind of moving with what we want to move to as a new team and kind of looking at what we have now and thinking he doesn't necessarily fit what we need as a team?
Well, I think the funny thing is, even now I'm realizing this is still me analyzing if Slot was the manager. So maybe I'm gonna have to take a step back and actually realize, yeah, no, it's true. Because I wanted to bring in players who would obviously be able to play the way he wanted to play.
You think Slot's the manager still?
Yo, FSG Cal on the beat. Merseyside settings, future looking bright again. Is a red.
Easy. Wheel it. No, Andoni's a red.
Andoni's hard. I don't care what anyone says.
No, I don't. I personally think, look, there are some sections of the fan base who think he's crap. I don't think he's crap. I look at our team. I don't think anyone in our team or our squad's crap. But I do think there's a standard at Liverpool that I expect from, especially from my starters or the first 14 players, should I say, where I expect them to be world class or the level just below world class. That's my expectation from a Liverpool starting 11. And I think
that's where I put Mac. Before the start of the season, I would have put him just below world class. That's the level I'd have put him at.
I agree, but I'm talking about now. I wouldn't put him in that category right now.
But is it not unfair to judge him after Slot hung him out to dry? Him and Gravenberch, he hung them out to dry, man.
I hear that, but Grav, even though that is the case, I still think Grav had a better season than McAllister. Even though the bar's low, I still think he had a better season than McAllister.
Yeah, and that's probably down to the fact that he is more athletic than McAllister.
Look, I mean, we say that, but McAllister is meant to be the one who box crashes and scores goals. Grav outscored him as well.
Yeah, which is such a weird thing, isn't it?
But it's not. It's kind of the evolution for Gravenberch in the sense of he's not a 6. He was never a 6, but he did the role well because he was an unknown entity. But the moment teams started figuring him out, it was kind of done in the water. Grav is an 8, a very good 8, but he's an 8 who can score goals from outside the box, who can get in the box and score goals. He was doing that under Klopp, especially in the Europa League. So I do think it's a case of, and I said this when we signed Wirtz, I don't think you can play him and Wirtz in the same 11. I just don't think it works.
Yeah, I get that. In the Prem, you can't have 2 small players in your midfield. I get that. You can be afforded 1, but you can't be afforded 2. So I get that. But yeah, it's if you told me that I was gonna get Bruno Guimaraes as an example to replace McAllister, then I would do it. Because I think that they're the same type of player, but Bruno's just better. So it'd be an upgrade. Do you get what I mean? So then I would do it. If you're going to go and get me a player like Alex Scott, nah, it's a massive risk whether he's going to be. I know he's younger with higher potential, but what if he can't take the step up? And we got a lot of young players already in the team. Do you get what I mean? Like, that would be a worry for me. So yeah, it just depends, bro. It really does just depend. And also the contract. You make a great point. If he's not going to sign a new deal, or Liverpool aren't going to offer him a new deal, we've got to start doing the 2 years and you go, so we get maximum value. It can't be 30 mil next year because he's only got a year left. That doesn't make any sense. We're letting all these players go for free. It'll be stupid. So, yeah.
Where do you think his destination is? I know he's been linked to Real Madrid.
I think Real Madrid badly want him, you know.
Do you think he fits in at Real Madrid?
Yeah. I think they look at him and think he's a good passer, he's composed on the ball, and he scores goals. If they can put him next to a Tchouaméni type player who's a defensive-minded player and just let him be a bit more off the leash and go forward, he'll absolutely do well in a league like Spain or Italy where the pace is slower and whatnot. And in Europe is a slower paced game as well. He'll be fine in Europe.
All right. I'm not trying to be cynical when I say this. I don't think he starts ahead of Tchouaméni, Valverde, Camavinga, or Bellingham. And Bellingham's playing in the 10, then maybe he becomes the fourth choice pivot player.
He'll play above Camavinga. Camavinga is injured a lot.
Camavinga played 43 games last season.
Yeah, but how many of those were like substitutes and stuff?
He's still there though, isn't it?
I mean, there's rumors he's the one who's going to leave as well, isn't it? Apparently, Real Madrid might let him go.
Run it.
Well, you don't want Onana because he's injury prone, but you'll take Camavinga's injury prone.
I'm being hypocritical.
Oh, okay. No, fair enough. You're owning it. I hear it.
Ain't no shame in my game. Now, do you know what? What I will say though, Drift. Say for example, we got Camavinga and Sangare, then I'm cool. Or if we got Onana and Sangare, I'm cool. I just don't think it can be one.
I get that logic.
So
even I understand it could be a risk with Onana. As much as I love him, I know it could be a risk if he gets injured in one of those big games and you're like, damn, we're going into a quarterfinal and Onana's out or whatever. Yeah, I get that. I appreciate that. So you're right, yeah. So
yeah, for me, it would have to be two. But I mean, with Mourinho teams, he often likes physically strong and combative and athletic midfielders. Do you think him going to Real Madrid could be potentially off the table now that Mourinho looks like he's going back there?
No, he's already back. It's official, isn't it?
Oh, it's official now.
Yeah. Mourinho, he's officially there.
Oh, bro.
Why do you think Sammy's crashing out?
How is Sammy doing?
He's not doing well at all, man. If he's in the chat, bring him up. But he messaged me about half an hour ago and he was like, if we sign the players that I'm hearing we're signing, I'm not even watching next season. Like,
who are they linked with?
Hold on, let me see. It is.
Oh, Sammy. You know what, Sammy? This serves you right, Sammy. You could have been a Liverpool support from time ago, bro. The door's still open for you, Sammy. We'll accept
Enzo, innit?
Enzo! Sammy!
Yeah, Sammy. He doesn't want McAllister either.
Enzo, they won't get both Enzo and McAllister. I presume it'd be
no, they won't get both. I think Enzo
taking our Liverpool bias out of it. If you're Real Madrid, who would you sign, Enzo or McAllister?
Probably Enzo because he's younger. Quite significantly younger. I think Enzo's 23, McAllister's 27, so there's quite an age gap between the two.
Yes.
So I go for Enzo.
Yeah, I was going to say they've wanted a back. They want Rodri, McAllister, apparently Enzo.
But it's that presidential thing, man. Them man are just trying to flex everywhere, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie. If I was Bayern Munich, I would sue them. How can you? How can you actually be like, yeah, we're gonna get him, and you'd be like, hold on, what? My player?
Bayern Munich announced the signing of a player a couple of days before a Champions League final. Made that player sit on the stands, bro.
Yeah, that was scandalous.
I have no sympathy for Bayern Munich, bro.
No, I hear that. But at least that was actually happening.
Real Madrid want Gvardiol as well.
They want Gvardiol as well. No, I thought it was Barcelona that wanted Gvardiol.
Is Gvardiol available? That's the question I need answered.
Not to an English club. They're not going to sell him to an English club, Cal.
It's Man City. They would. I don't think Man City care like that. I think Man City would do it.
What, to an English team?
Yeah, I think they would.
I don't think they would. They normally want to take other people's players, not help them out. Would you take
Guardiola wants to
then?
leave. Hold on. The amount of times you lot crash out me on a Monday morning when I'm doing the morning show, none of you give me this sort of information. You cuss my beard, you cuss me having sinus problems, but none of you tell me this sort of information on a Monday morning. Do you mean Guardiola wants to leave? You know he's a Liverpool fan, Drew.
Yeah, I know.
That covers left centre back and left back.
Yeah, in an ideal world, but they're not going to let him come to Liverpool, bro. No way.
Real Madrid want Alvarez now as well.
Yeah, because Alvarez is the only top striker available in the world, so everybody's going to want him now, isn't it?
Greedy.
It's all part of the presidential election. They're all trying to just flex, isn't it?
So, I mean, if Alvarez signs Real Madrid,
hasn't an Atletico Madrid player ever gone to Real Madrid? I don't even know if that would even be possible.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna be real. Someone in that front line's got to leave.
In the Real Madrid front line,
yeah.
Especially
if they get Alvarez and Allister, for example.
No, they wouldn't get both. Real Madrid, that would cost 300 million.
So we spent 300 mil last summer. You think Real can't?
Yeah, but apparently Real Madrid don't necessarily have money like that anymore.
If you're still doing this, you still you don't learn, do you? What you think the government's gonna go? Oh no, Real Madrid, you can't spend this amount of money. Yes, bruv, they've just watched the English clubs get to the final of every major European competition, dominate almost beat PSG in the final. But they don't want that. There's a reason Barcelona and Real Madrid are going crazy this window.
Yeah,
they can't allow this to happen anymore.
I hear it. Yeah, that was silly of me to be rational when it comes to Real Madrid. You're right. That was You're right. They've been cheating for decades, so it's true.
So who leaves then? So all right, let's say they do a madness and they get Allister and Alvarez. You'd assume it's Mbappe left, Alvarez through the middle, and Allister on the right.
What, Vinny on the bench?
I think Vinny would leave.
Well, the Mourinho factor might play into that.
I think Vinny leaves, and then.
But he's their golden child, though. They love Vinny at Real Madrid.
He was their golden child, bro. Real Madrid change their golden child every single summer. So Vinny will go, in my opinion. Then you'd have for the backup left wing would be Rodrigo when he's back fit. Then backup striker is, I can't remember his name. He's the one who's there now. Is it?
Well, it'd be Endrick, wouldn't it?
No, Endrick, I think, would be a backup right winger, no? Or is that
aren't they gonna go and get Paz?
Well, no, Nico Paz looks like he might be going back as well.
Remember, they're the only one with the buyback clause. So before somebody else snaps him up,
so the buyback. Right, we got that buyback clause, homie.
A buyback clause is a bit of reparation.
We got that buyback clause, homie.
Oh my days.
No, said that's the Dean clause.
I
said that food.
Oh my dude.
That food is crazy.
John said it's the Mandem clause, you know. That is hilarious. Fucking hell, the buy black. Yeah.
Oh man.
That is some affirmative action for your ass, Jesus. Yeah, so if Paz goes back there, if they'll probably still have to pay about 40-50 mil for him as well.
But Paz,
I don't know what Real Madrid are going to do.
Paz and Bellingham would be the 210s, I presume, then.
If you were, like, all jokes aside, if you were Paz, I know Real Madrid are way better than Como as an example, yeah. But knowing Bellingham's only 22, 23 years old, would you even go back there? Like, what kind of career are you going to have if you go back to Real Madrid?
I'm the wrong person to ask you because I know Real Madrid are a huge club. They're the biggest club in the world, isn't it? But I never ever was that. Growing up, it was never. If I was ever professional, I'd want to play for Real Madrid. It was always. I'd more want to play for Barcelona. Probably, and again, but even still, it's always been just Liverpool, in it. So I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But for some of these, especially South Americans, growing up, Real Madrid and Barcelona.
Oh shit! They don't have to pay 9 mil for him. Is that their buyback?
9 mil is crazy. Yeah, you do it then, Drift. It's a no brainer, bro.
Oh yeah, from their point of view, 100%.
9 mil is nothing. With the prices being touted about nowadays, 9 mil is nothing.
Yeah, that's chump change. Oh yeah, I forgot about Gula.
And then
so hold on,
Gula's still there as
Gula,
well.
Paz, and Bellingham.
How
they fit that all in? That's crazy. Hendrick's a little bad boy, you know. Remember they caught him as well.
I'm gonna be real. I think we should be trying to get Hendrick on loan at Liverpool for a season.
Do you think he'd go back out on another loan though?
I think
because he's had such a good loan at Lyon. Do you not
think
he'd be like
loan with an option to buy though? A loan with an option to buy. Brahim Diaz, they've still got Brahim Diaz as well.
Yeah, but Brahim Diaz is one of them players I think is okay being a bench player. He doesn't seem like he'll kick up a fuss about.
No, I hear it, but they've just got like everyone.
They do have a lot of individual talent. They really do.
They're kind of going under the radar in terms of the depth they're building, innit?
Maybe they're proving you can't just always have great names because it does. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't seem to fit.
But they haven't really been winning anything in the last couple of years, though. To be fair, so maybe they need to go back to having those fearful names in the team that opposition look at and go, "Oh, damn, we've got Real Madrid this week." So be interesting.
Their defense is probably where the issues are.
If it's not Real Madrid from McAllister, then where else does he go?
McAllister, Juve, maybe. Juve seem like they want to try and
then that's all. You Italian teams just ain't got that sort of money though. I ain't looking to do cheap and loan deals. I'm not gonna lie. It's only really Spain and PSG that have money to really spend.
Yeah. Do you think McAllister would take a step down and go to a team like Dortmund or somewhere like that?
Nah. Again, they wouldn't have the money.
But they always sell well, so you never know. Do you get what I mean? They might have a little gem.
Players they sell, they're gonna have to replace, though, innit? So by the time they get that money in and then replace.
Remember, they've always got a conveyor belt of youngsters, though. Dortmund always do that. Do you know what I mean? They sell someone and they just bring some kid through, and then next year he's another 50 mil player, and then they just keep rotating.
What about Bayern Munich? Shout out to Illusion of Delusion.
I was thinking Bayern, but then I was thinking I don't know if Bayern need a central midfielder.
What about Atletico Madrid? I don't know if he necessarily suits Simeone's style of football, though.
Yeah, I think he could play at Atletico for sure. Yeah. Would they be able to afford? I guess if they get their Alvarez money. Yeah, maybe Atletico. That could be a shout, actually. You know, Atletico. Yeah, that would be a good move for him. Actually, Atletico would actually be a good move for real. Like Koke still starts. Yeah. Atletico. That would work for them for sure.
All right. If I was to say to you, Drift, you have to sell 2 midfielders from Liverpool. Who would they be, and who would you replace them with in an ideal world? Be realistic here as well.
Am I allowed to include Endo, or is that too low?
Yeah, he's a midfielder. Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah, I'd let Endo go, and then it probably would be McAllister, higher value, and then the 2 players I would bring in would be Onana and Guimaraes.
That's not realistic, Drew.
Why? Why is that not realistic?
We've been going back to Newcastle, bro.
Come on, man. We can bully them again.
We can't.
No, we can bully them again.
We can go back there.
All right, let me see how long Guimaraes has got on his contract. That will determine whether we can bully them. Hold on.
Call me crazy. Maybe I'm being a little underwhelming here. I'd probably go Sangara and Baleba.
Right, the thing gave me gateway, you know.
Newcastle probably blocked there.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Raw, they don't want me to know how long he's got left on his
What is
contract.
Bruno
Man.
Guimaraes in 29 now?
No, 28.
When's he 29?
End of the year. Yeah, end of the year.
That's gone quick, innit?
It has. Bloody hell. So his contract at the moment is he's got 2 years left on his deal. You don't think we could go with a little cheeky 60 mil for Guimaraes?
I don't know. I prefer Tonali. Even though I rate Guimaraes, I prefer Tonali. I just want 2 more defensive-minded players, though, Drift. So I think Sangare and Baleba, and they can ball carry. Baleba and Sangare can do the ball carrying stuff as well. They can shoot from long range if they need to.
But you know, I love Baleba. I heard Baleba might only be like 30 mil or something for
This is
some
what
reason.
I'm saying. So Baleba and Sangare, I think you could get for the same money you sell McAllister for, effectively. So if let's say you got 70 mil for McAllister, I think you can get Sangare and Baleba for around 80 mil.
Well, wouldn't it be a little bit weird to have Baleba, Sangara, and Gravenberch?
Because
do you not think that's all very similar?
Because then for me, it would be Baleba or Sangare alongside either Szoboszlai, Grav, or Jones. And then Bišetic is my 6th choice centre midfielder.
You're still holding on to the...
Yeah. Minalega. Yeah. I still think there could be a...
Yeah. I mean, do you know, I'm not going to lie. Based on the way we want to play now as well, you know, really, Elliot would actually be like so perfect for the way we want to play.
We're not in that race, man.
Yeah, I know. But like, you just know that Iraola would be able to use him so well.
Do you know what? Bun it. Instead of Baleba, go and get me Manu Kone then, innit?
Has he been doing well still? Yeah,
of course he has.
I haven't kept up with him for time, so I don't actually like.
And then you've got Wirtz and Harvey Elliott as my 2 10s.
Oh, so you'd keep Harvey Elliott?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, I ain't got a problem with that. I like Elliott, and you know what? I think he'll probably actually play well under Iraola as well.
So do I.
Yeah, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. But yeah, I definitely think Elliot Anderson would be so perfect for the way Iraola wants to play, man. So perfect. But yeah, apparently Real Madrid, Man City are gonna get him. So
as much as I rate Elliot Anderson, I can live with not getting him because for me it's about profiles, isn't it? I think Sangare and Baleba or Sangare and Kone would be just exactly what we need. Because we just need, in my opinion, we need players there who can allow your Sobos, your Grabs, and your Jones to really play their game and just thrive. So, and again, I know Elliot Anderson would allow them to do that, but I just think there's other players out there who you can get that will allow you to do that as well.
What would be good is if we could find a way to actually buy Wharton and play. You're going to think I'm mad for this. When I was watching that Europa League final, and I was at a much lower level, but Cal, it reminded me so badly of Trent, the way he was just picking out these passes nobody else can see, bro.
I've been saying this to you about Wharton, though.
It's crazy how good his passing is, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy how good his passing is.
I've been saying, you remember how this is the reason why I rate him so highly, but I just don't feel as though we have the midfielders that complement him.
Yeah, and remember, I thought that Arne was going to be here, and he would have just got ran past in the midfield like McAllister. But so, now we're changing. You know what I mean?
So, all right, I hate to even bring this to the forefront, but let's say Szoboszlai doesn't sign a new deal this summer, and we go, look, we're not doing this whole 1 year business. We're going to sell you this summer. Then I'd be inclined to say get Wharton and. Well, we'd have to get 3 then because it'd be Mac, Endo, and Sobo going. So it'd be
too much change, Cal. That's way too much change.
I know, but it is what it is, Drift. We might not have a choice. I'd probably go Wharton, Sangare, and one of Kamara out or Kone. But if you're playing Wharton, you have to have an athletic ball winner.
100%.
as alongside.
Yeah. 100%.
It's again not saying it's the same level. It's like having when you had Xabi Alonso and Mascherano. Xabi Alonso would dictate a game. Mascherano would be the harassing ball winning midfielder.
Yeah.
And they complement each other brilliant.
Yeah. If you can let Wharton off the leash and not let him have to worry too much about defending, he would be a problem. He would be an absolute problem. His passing, man. You know those midfielders who can do the passes where the ball's going straight and then it's like they've got a remote control and it can just swerve at the end. Yeah. I don't know how they do them. Gerrard used to do them all the time. I don't know how you do that, where you put so much bend on it, it goes straight and then it whips at the end. How the fuck do you even do that?
Yeah, some players have that, man.
Just defying physics, bro. Do you remember that goal for Michael Owen?
Yeah, Newcastle
that
1-1.
From Joe, like, it was like it went straight and then it just whipped at the end. I'm like, how did he do that?
That was Michael Owen's last goal for the club.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. So yeah, I agree with you. If you can bring in a proper defensive, like in an ideal world, I know obviously this is being stupid, but if you could go and get Mascherano or Kante and then put them next to Wharton, you'd cook. Oh my days, you would cook.
But that's when you got the best out of Jorginho, when he had Kante next to him.
Yep. 100%. Or do you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. Let's use the new age version. If you could go and get Caicedo, if you could actually go and get Caicedo and put him next to Wharton and just tell him to go kick the shit out of everyone while Wharton does his thing.
What about Tchouaméni?
Yeah. That would. I mean, I don't think Tchouaméni will leave Real Madrid, but that could work. Tchouaméni next to Wharton, 100%. That's a £200 million midfield, though. on top of all the money we got to spend on the wings, bro. That's crazy.
Liverpool, Marks and Spencer's drift. We got that.
I hear it. Oh, bro, they're white chocolate cookies. Jesus.
I wouldn't know.
I'm going to get you a pack for your birthday, bro.
I drove past it the other day, bro, and I was like, "Oh, drift really has made it, man. Shops here." Beers, man. Like, beers.
I'm not going to lie. The prices are mad, though. Like, there they are, man. I think the Victoria sandwich sponge cake's gone up to $4.50, Cal. And do you know the thing that burns more than anything is when you look at the date and you realize you've got to eat it in 3 days.
Hold on, is it a whole cake?
Yeah, it's a whole cake. Yeah,
when
but
you
3 days, bro.
How big?
Eating a whole. I would probably say it's about maybe 6 or 7 inch diameter.
For £4.50.
For $4.50, yeah.
Mm.
But you know it's absolutely banging, though. It's ridiculous.
I can get birthday cake for £4.50 in Aldi, bro. That would be like, get one of them caterpillar cakes, bro. Go crazy. I'll be all right, man. Caterpillar cakes are big as well, bro. I'm good, man. Cut that into slices, dash that in the freezer in a container. It'll last me for time. What are you doing there, bro?
No, you can't freeze the cake, Carl. It don't taste right after, man.
Speak for yourself, bro.
No, you can't do that, bro. You can't freeze it, man. You can't.
My favorite cake is the chocolate fudge cake in Costco, anyway.
Hold on. You go Costco, but you're talking about M&S, bro. I paid 75p for a banana in Costco.
Well, you're silly then, Drifty. Why are you paying 75p? Who's buying fruit in Costco?
No, when I used to work up west, and I you know what I mean? It was lunch, and I was like,
I buy specific things from Costco. I buy waters.
Sorry. I just got it twisted. I'm thinking of Costa. You mean yeah?
You're thinking of Costa, the coffee shop.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Costa.
Yeah. 75p for a banana. Yeah. No, bro. That may be able to peel itself. 75p. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, on Bond Street.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah, Costco.
I went Costco once and they were doing sandwiches for like £4.50 for like, and the sandwich was about that big. I was like, nah, this can't be for me.
Yeah, no, that's why that's why I'm thinking, hold on, you go Costa, but you don't go to M&S, and like they're kind of the same thing.
No, not me, bro. Not me. You got the wrong Callum, man. You got the wrong Callum. But look, let's move on to the next subject. Rio Nguhoma got player of the match in his England debut. Big him up. And it came out that he had a verbal agreement with Bayern Munich, and Liverpool have said there's a no situation where we're going to sell. He's untouchable. Firstly, how true do you think this is? Because I think it's a bunch of BS, personally.
I don't know. It kind of seems a little reputable in terms of, wasn't it Ornstein who released it? I know you don't rate Ornstein when it comes to Liverpool stuff, but I don't think he would just put fake news out, though. Do you know what I mean? Like the Athletic have to have some kind of level of. I don't think they'll just put fake news out like that.
The Athletic
just make up a story.
The Athletic didn't put out. Ornstein put it out.
No, but because his reputation is based on the Athletic, he can't.
Oh no! Apparently it was Plattenberg.
Oh, was it Plattenberg that did it? No, I'm sure I saw it from Ornstein. I'm sure I did. Anyway, I don't know. But
I don't believe it.
Rio is probably the hottest property in the Premier League at the moment.
Oh, I don't know if I'd go that far.
Well, in terms of like young up and coming players and all that. Like he's after that England performance and being a part of the squad, and you know what I mean? Like he's definitely the one everyone, even the rivals can't even deny. They're all just like, nah, this kid's the truth. Like this Rio kid. So I'm sure Bayern Munich do actually want him. They can fuck off, but I'm sure they want him.
Yeah, facts.
I'll stay for you because I know you don't like doing the swearing.
Yeah, no, that's facts. Like, you said it brilliantly, bro. I'm not gonna try and reword that. That was perfectly put.
They can get out of here with that shit.
Does this throw up a bigger question though? And big up to Jamie. He mentioned this on Hassam's channel on Friday. I want to say Friday night. It's got me thinking as well. Should Rio potentially be the starting left winger for Liverpool next season? I know people are going to say, "Oh, you're going to run him into the ground." Just because he's a starting doesn't mean he plays every single minute of every single game. But should he be the first choice left winger next season, or are we doing too much?
I've been thinking about it. I think he might be too young to play week in, week out every 3 days. But he needs to play a pivotal role. Not garbage minutes anymore. 5 minutes here, 10, 15 minutes there. I think he needs 20 starts.
In all comps or just the Prem?
Yeah. 20 in all comps, 20.
So let's say 10 starts in the Prem, 4 in the Champions League, that's already 14. 2 in the FA Cup, 2 in the Carabao, for example.
I don't even know if I play him in them cups, you know. I think he might need to be promoted to Champions League, Premier League. I think the cups might have to be for a Gakpo or something.
We're gonna get on to Gakpo.
Yeah, so I think Rio might be ready to not be the cup guy. I think he might be ready to be the.
Okay, so based on what you're saying, if we keep Gakpo, it's Rio is the number one choice, and Gakpo is your second choice left winger. Then.
No, Gakpo would be my third choice left winger and third choice striker.
There we go. Go on, Drew. This I've got here. Go on, is it flipping? I no, Vinny Jr. is the second choice left winger.
Well, if he's leaving Real Madrid,
and Julian Alvarez is the second.
If Vinny's leaving Real Madrid, then you know.
Would you want Vinny at Liverpool?
Nah. He's a prima donna. I don't like his attitude. Let me just use.
Oh, I know what nonsense you're doing with the striker situation.
What? No. We'll talk about that later.
We don't have to talk about it at all, bro.
No, that's fair. That's fine. We spoke about it enough on the Enter's channel yesterday.
The two leaders of the NDO, I see. I see. Congregation in session. I get.
By the way, on Hassam's show today, you lot all apart from Tom and a little bit that you little made me sick with you lot's disgust and disrespect. And I was there, I was shouting at the screen like mad.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go into Enzy's stream that you did with me. So I'm gonna like the video and leave a comment, but I ain't gonna indulge in what you know we're talking about. I ain't gonna do that. I'm definitely not gonna do
that. No, all right. If I'm just gonna use a lazy example based on slight realism, if you was to bring Barcola in for the left and you used to bring Diamonde in for the right, then I'd want Rio to be the cover for Barcola, and then I'd want Gakpo to be a utility player that then plays cup games, and if there's any thingy or injuries or whatever, and then the same for up front. I'd want Gakpo to be the third choice behind Isak and whoever's the second choice, whether it be when Ekitike's fit again, or if you're bringing a replacement, or you loan somebody for a year, or whatever the case may be, and then Gakpo becomes third choice for both sides. And he'll play enough minutes. It's not like he won't ever play, but I'm just talking about the pecking order.
Okay. Do you think Rio would be happy with that?
With all due respect to him, I know he's got all this hype now, and maybe the Bayern Munich things.
He does seem very humble. That is one thing I say.
Yeah, he does. And I'm not gonna lie, with all due respect, being 17, coming up 18 years old, you have to still know yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I get your talent is supreme, but you can't just be at Liverpool and start demanding first team football. It don't work like that. So, yeah, I think he still just needs to be a little calm.
Night, Andoni. Night, love you. Yeah, she's caught onto it now. I'm in the doghouse, but
I hear it. I'm not gonna lie, it is remarkable how much of a smile she puts on your face. It's actually, man, you light up when you see her. It's actually quite heartwarming. Still,
she's the only one in this house that likes me, bro. That's why.
I hear it.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that would be what I would do. I would like to think that he would know at 17, coming up 18 years old, he can't be like, I should be playing and like kicking up a fuss. He's still a young guy. You know what I mean? I would hope so anyway. I would like to hope that his ego isn't gonna like get the better of him or whatever.
Big up Guna Lee in the chat, but bun him at the same time as well. Bun Arsenal. Let me ask a question. Would you sell Gakpo if a good let's say, hear me out. I know light-skinned brothers, we got to stick together and like get.
There ain't many of them left in the squad now,
But if someone came in and offered us 70 mil for Gakpo, would you say no?
You can't say no to that price, but I'm going to say the same thing from last summer. Too much change.
Do you go into next season expecting to win the league?
Oh, if we get our recruitment right, we can win the league next year, yeah.
I see next season not as a free hit drift, but as a season where I don't have expectations of winning the league.
I understand that.
I'd rather do all the work or the main bulk of the work this summer and then fine tune it next summer when, in my opinion, we'd be ready to go for the league. Because I believe we're almost dragging out the rebuild a little bit and have done for a while. So for me, I would move Gakpo on. And if I could, I'd bring in someone like an Ivan Toney on a year loan or a 2-year deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I remember you lot talking about that this morning.
Because again, I know everyone's saying you can't sell Gakpo because he's got to be Isak's backup. Respectfully to Gakpo, I don't think he'd be a good striker for us, especially in an Iraola system.
But remember, he can play on the left as well. So he's like a utility player, isn't it?
And I'll ask the question, not even to be shady. Does anyone really want to have Gakpo as a starting left winger this season?
Under Iraola, I think it'll be all right. I think he's one of the people that I think the system and the way we're playing with really affecting him. He's a 25 GA winger, and he has been for the first 2 years. Last year was the only time he's had a bad season in 3.5 years. So I'm going to take that as the anomaly, not the rule. Yeah, I think Areola can get him to cook. I do. I think people forget Gakpo's a good player, man. I don't know what happened to him last season. It must just the manager, man.
Or is it just very predictable to play against now?
Yeah, possibly. But now the tactics will allow it to be harder to figure out what he's going to do. Remember, there was no overlaps. There was and all that. Like,
no, there was overlaps. He just chose to ignore it.
Not. He did, but there was still nowhere near as many as
Kirk
wasn't
stopped, bro. Kirk has stopped.
No, but that's what I mean. Like there was.
I would have stopped as well.
Robbo never used to overlap him either.
Yeah, because them man weren't getting the ball, bro.
It might have been tactics, bro.
What? Bub's not even spoke about it, saying, "Yeah, there's times where he doesn't pass." Like,
it'll be interesting. It will be interesting. But yeah, I know a lot of people might think I'm crazy, but I truly do believe, depending on the recruitment of all of the top teams, especially Chelsea, City, Liverpool, and Arsenal, I think the league is up for grabs from the beginning. The PGMOL ain't going to help Arsenal the way they did again. So straight away, they're going to lose about 15 to 20 points.
15 to 20 drift. That's a
and
strength.
I don't know if you've seen this, but if you take too long on a goal kick, it becomes a corner. Arsenal are going to give away a bag of corners then. If you take too long of a throw-in, the other team gets it. Arsenal's going to barely get any throw-ins. And if a substitute takes longer than 10 seconds to leave, his replacement has to wait 60 seconds before he can come on. Arsenal are going to be down to 10 men a lot.
Drift, come on, man.
We will see. We will see.
Let's not act like Arsenal the only team that wastes time, man. They're not the only team. And
Newcastle as well. Yeah.
Losing 15 to 20 points, bro.
If you take away all the red cards and all the goals that the VAR and the referee, yeah, 100%.
Drift, man.
It's all going to be. It's look, they're the favourites. Can they cope with the pressure? Arsenal don't like pressure.
No, yeah, that's more of a conversation. But to say that the PGMOL ain't going to help them, let's not act like even Man City, their best, weren't getting favourable decisions.
No, they were. They were.
So,
but we're just talking about 42 split decisions and 7 wrong VAR decisions. Bro, if you take all of those points away, or even half those split decisions go the other way, it's a whole different season for Arsenal. A whole different season for them.
I don't know. I can't.
They're never going to get that lucky again. They're never, ever going to get that lucky again. And deep down, I reckon they know.
I think favour was definitely on their side this season, but I don't like the notion of taking away an achievement because they were fortunate in aspects of the season. Like every team who's won the league has had to have been fortunate in aspects of the season. Every team.
Like Man United in the 90s. I agree.
Yeah, but we were fortunate in aspects when we won the league, bro, and we won it we won 99 points.
No, but Cal, there's a difference between a little bit of luck here and there and a consistent theme throughout an entire season. There's a massive difference, bro. There's a massive difference, but it's fine. We'll see. The pressure's on them. We'll see. We will see how they.
I don't think the Prem's up for grab. I do think Arsenal are the favourites, and I think they should be the favourites because
they're the favourites. They're the favourites for sure. But it's definitely up for grabs.
They've got the most balanced squad. You'd assume they'd go again in the summer. They have a settled team and settled squad and settled manager. They have to be favourites as things stand right now.
No, they're favourites. They're definitely favourites.
And I think they're the team you've got to beat. If whoever finishes above Arsenal, in my opinion, wins the league. And as of right now, nothing suggests that any team is going to finish above them. I'd love it to be us. But I think we've got so much to do in one summer that I don't think is possible. Chelsea ain't going to be there, even if Xabi Alonso improves.
I don't know, man. Chelsea have 1 game a week. They have a very good manager. If they get their recruitment right, Chelsea could win the league. If they get their recruitment right, they got 1 game a week with a coach, a real proper coach, who now is in charge of recruitment. So Alonso ain't going to let them do all that crap, bringing in random, pointless players.
No, but they still got to track the players, Drew. They still got to track the players.
Yeah, but Cal, come on. We know Chelsea's history is they can always get for somehow. Maybe it's been in London. They always are able to attract big players.
Chelsea. They ain't got that pool like that at the moment, bro. They haven't.
Yeah, but I don't know, man.
Also, all right, Drift. Let's go through Chelsea's starting 11. New goalkeeper. We agree, yeah.
Yeah, they need a goalie. Yeah,
a starting centre back.
Yeah.
If Enzo goes, in my opinion, maybe 2 starting midfielders.
No, not necessarily.
2 starting level midfielders. Because outside of Enzo and Caicedo, Lavia can't stay fit. Like the rest.
But remember, they've got
Santos.
Santos. He's
Yeah, no,
a very good player.
He's good, but you wouldn't say he's that guy. Then the wide positions.
The wide positions are where they're going to need, but I reckon that's the area where Alonso will probably try and strengthen.
So they probably need more starters than any of the other top teams.
Remember, this is me predicated on them having a great summer. I'm not saying they're guaranteed to. I'm saying if they do have a good summer, 1 game a week is really like, if you look at the metric of what happened to Man United under Carrick, Cal, yeah, and if you just use the simple maths of what happened and went to the beginning of the season, do you know Man United won the league?
Yeah, but that's
and again, I'm not. I know it's easy to say that or whatever, but that was just predicated on 1 game a week, and Carrick could have them on the training ground Monday to Friday. And remember, now Chelsea will be able to do that with an actual good manager. So all I'm saying is, if they get their recruitment right, Chelsea could absolutely win the league. I'm not saying they will. I'm saying they could.
I expect Chelsea to make top 5 next season. I don't think they'll mount a title challenge yet, though.
That's fair enough. And again, remember, at the end of the summer, I'll be able to see whether what I'm thinking is right based on who they bring in. You get what I'm saying? But
if anyone beats Arsenal, next season, in theory, it's only Man City.
I wouldn't. Again, Man United, bro. If they get their recruitment right, you just never know, bro. If they hold on to Bruno, if they get their recruitment right, you just never know.
I don't think Man United in there. We've seen this story play out before. I'm not saying Man United are going to be scrubs and they're going to go back to what they were before, but having an interim period with no games a week to go into, in every competition from the start of the season, now there's expectation and all that.
It'll be a challenge. It'll be a challenge.
Different now.
It'll be a challenge. I just think people are underestimating how poor the actual quality of the league is. Like, this isn't 10 years ago when it was just absolute quality. Like, the quality of the league is really poor. So it don't take much now to be the best team. It doesn't.
I disagree that the quality of the league is. I think it's much more competitive, because before, effectively, it was 2 teams and then the rest. Now it's more teams taking points from each other.
Let's not spend too much time on it, but now that Mo's gone, as an example, yeah, now that De Bruyne's gone, now that Bernardo Silva's gone, Cal, how many world-class players play in the Premier League?
All right, let's go through it. For us, I think Alisson and Virgil are world-class. I don't think we've got any other world-class players.
Yep. And they're old as well. So
Arsenal,
none. Not one world-class player in the Arsenal team. They don't.
I think Gabriel and Saliba have to be in the conversation for world-class. I think
they're the level below for me personally, but
I think Raya's got to be in the conversation for world-class.
Chelsea don't have one, apart from Caicedo, maybe.
I mean, if Caicedo is going to be in the conversation for world-class, then you have to put Declan Rice there.
Nah, Caicedo's a better midfielder than Rice. But again,
Rice has been better for the last 3 years.
Has he?
Effectively, yeah.
Fair enough. Man City, if Rodri goes, Bernardo's got. Remember, Rodri might go Real Madrid.
Haaland's world class, obviously.
So that's 2 at City.
I'd have said Ruben Dias before, but he's been kind of injury prone. Then you've got Villa. I don't think Villa have got any world class players.
Nope. Man United have only got one, Bruno.
Okay, but if we could do this in other leagues as well, though, Drew. How many?
No, but that's what I'm saying. I think the quality of football is crap. But I'm saying if you go back 10 years, or as an example, to like when Klopp first came in and Guardiola first came in and Conte was it, bro, you could go through and there were so many world-class players in the league.
I think the
world-class. So I'm just saying the level's just really bad, bro.
I think the world-class players were concentrated to a couple of teams. I don't think they were spread out. So, for example, I agree there's not as many world-class players, but I think there's more top-quality players at your quote-unquote your lower-level teams than ever before. For example, I look at Bournemouth's team and I think Alex Scott, baller. Truffert, left-back, baller. Like, so we ain't got superstars in the league, but we've got players that I look at and go, if they were playing in Europe and they had a more fancy name, everyone would be going crazy for these players.
Do you think
Krupi, baller. Yeah, Kroopy, baller.
Yeah, but we've definitely got to let Kroopy have another season before we get carried away, though.
No, that's fair. But I'm only going based on what we see now, innit? Like these are top players playing at Bournemouth. I actually look at the league now and I think the floor is higher than what it was before. So what did West Ham get relegated on? What, like 39 points?
Something like that.
That doesn't often happen, Drift.
I think, for me personally, I just think the reason why people think the league is more competitive and better quality is because it's closer, and I understand that. But I don't think it's the bottom teams got better. I just think the top teams got worse. That's so it's leveled itself out in my.
Well, it's a bit of both, to be fair. But again, we're looking at City and Liverpool when they were throwing up points tallies that are the anomalies. Like the Premier League's been going for 30 odd years.
33, I think, or something like that.
How many seasons have teams got 90 points or above?
No, but not even just that. Even if you go back to like when Mourinho first came in the league, and then we had Wenger and Benitez, and like there was just always just quality players all around. And now we're scrambling for a right winger. We got to pay 100 mil for a 19-year-old with one season. There's no right wingers in the whole world, bro.
No, there are, but that again, this is lazy scouting. What I think is happening now with the top teams, ourselves included, is there's lazy scouting. Because how is it Bournemouth can go to Brazil and get Rayan, and then now everyone's being told if you want Rayan 6 months later, you're looking at 100 million plus.
Yeah, but that's still ridiculous, though, isn't it?
No, but that's my point, though, Drift. So these teams like Bournemouth, etc., are going to take advantage of the laziness, and rightly so.
Would Rayan get into like an old school, like good team back in the day? No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, but we keep on saying this, though, Drift, but it's difficult to say whether some of these players would play in nowadays game because of the difference in how the game is played. For example, Roy Keane and Vieira, all worldly midfielders back in the day. But you look at some of the challenges they did and some of the stuff they did on the pitch, but they wouldn't last the whole 90 minutes now. So they'd have to adapt their game.
They're smart enough to have refined their game, though. They wouldn't, you know what I mean?
Roy Keane committed crime on a football and then wrote a book about it, bro. I don't know if he's the smartest guy in the world, bro. So
I don't know.
These players are better, but the game's also changed as well.
I just think the game's now just about systems and athleticism. And I think it's a lot easier to find players who are good at that because naturally an athlete will always be able to run, or the technical side of football is just in the mud.
But this is why I think that it's now become football to an extent has become harder than it was before, because before you could just get the best players and you have the best team and then you win. Whereas now you can have the best players, but if you ain't got a manager who can put a system in place, you're cooked.
No, I hear it.
You're cooked. But like on paper, Liverpool's team on paper was quality. We got smoked by Nottingham Forest at home, bro.
Yeah, but system. That would no, but because we're living in this system era where it's so important. I mean, and but that proves the point there. So that means if Alonso, say for example, finds the right system, he can cook with Chelsea. No, he might even get Gittins and Garnacho to play well.
No, I'm not saying I don't think Alonso cooks. I'm just saying I don't think he challenges for the league this season.
And I understand.
And I could be like, yeah, boy, they just might need 2 or 3 starters, and then I'd be like, right, they're gonna be a real problem again. But for now, I don't. In the same way, I don't think we challenge for the league next season. I want a title challenge next season, but I don't think we challenge for the title to the end.
If we got our recruitment right, we absolutely could challenge for the title.
It's a lot to ask from Iraola in the first season, in my opinion, given that he's got to fix so much. If Iraola was replacing Klopp, then I'd be like, yeah, maybe we can do this. But after the nonsense that my man was doing before he left, I don't know. And then losing Canate,
the feel-good factor back in the team could really help because you can see the players are disgruntled. You know what I mean?
No, I hear that, but remember when Klopp left? Imagine Klopp left. No, in fact, sorry. Klopp left with a very good squad, right? A title-winning squad. But Iraola's coming into a team that's lost Robbo, Salah, and Konate before anything's even happened, bro. That's crazy.
No, it is. It is mad.
So I can't. And Ekitike is out for a year, effectively.
Yeah,
like that. From he's if he wins the league next season with Liverpool, then it's a mini miracle.
I mean, the crazy
miracle, but it's a mini miracle.
Here's the crazy thing. And if there's any Arsenal man watching, if the league is in the state that it's in with regards to, like, let's say what you and a lot of the chat are saying is true, that like it's just like everybody else is just at 6s and 7s, then I don't really want to hear Arsenal gloat about winning the league then, because it's just a default thing.
No, it's not a default. They still deserve to gloat about it, Drift.
No, but if everyone's telling me that the level of everyone else is all over the place, then it's just a default thing. Life has worked out perfectly for them, that everything has fallen into place for them. So it's not that they're the best team because they're great. They're just the best team because everyone else is a mess.
Whether that's the case or not, bro, they're still winning it. They deserve to celebrate.
No, but I don't want to hear all of this. We're the greatest thing since sliced bread. Just take the win and move on then. Do you get what I'm saying?
They're winning the league, Drift. Bro, you'd best believe if Liverpool win the league next season, if every team falls off and win the league, bro, I'm going to be shameless about it. I'm going to rub everyone.
I don't believe that is what it is. I believe the levels are quite similar. So what I'm saying would give them more reason to be able to gloat. But if what everyone else is saying, that everyone else is all over the place and they're the only stable team, then they're winning it by default.
But hold on, Drift. When we won the league, we won it on 84 points, so a point less than what Arsenal finished on. Now, granted, we wrapped up the league earlier than what they did. But we were told Arsenal were riddled with injuries and struggling.
No, that was Arsenal's excuse.
No, not just them. Other teams.
They didn't let Tottenham get away with using that.
Tottenham were riddled with injuries. Man United and Tottenham were only focusing on Europa. Chelsea were going through change. Man City were going through a rebuild. Bro, if anyone had said to us, you can't really brag about winning the league, we'd have told them we'd have cussed them out, Drew. So we can't tell Arsenal, we can't police them on how to celebrate winning the league, bro. Whether they win it by a point or 10 points.
When they're chatting shit in my ears, I can.
Bro, we chat crap to rivals when we won the league, bro. I was on here with a flipping scarf around my forehead.
No. There's gloating, and then there's conversations where you're starting to talk about how you. But they even shit on their own team. I've heard them saying that this team is better than the Invincible team. You talked about the Invincible for 22 years, and now you win the league, and all of a sudden now this. The other day I had a conversation with an Arsenal fan, and he told me 7 players from the current team would get in the Invincible team. 7.
Let them chat then, bro.
No, but this is the point. I'm just trying to say, like, nothing they're saying makes sense.
They're having debates about their own team, bro. That's got nothing to do.
It's a constant contradiction to. Anyway, I don't even know how we got here, but I think Liverpool can win the league. I do, and I think with the right. I truly think with the right recruitment, most of the top teams have got a real go at being able to win the league. They get their recruitment right. It could be a very close Premier League. It could be a very close Premier League next year.
I think it'll be closer than where it was this year. We'll see.
Well, it's pretty close this year. They beat City by 5 points in the end or whatever, right up to the last day of the season.
I think it was 7 into the end.
Yeah, City probably didn't even give a shit in that last game, but yeah, it was still kind of close. That Bournemouth game, second to last season, was where they won the league, so it still went pretty close. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, if Rio were to get a new contract, what sort of money do you think he's looking at?
He's on $1,000 a week, yeah.
He's on a K.
He's on $1,000 a week.
This man working up in the city getting more than that.
But he's only 17 and he's been on that money for 2 years.
I've been playing on the world stage, bro. I don't care about his age.
No, but I'm saying he signed that contract at 15, 16 years old. So at that age, $1,000 a week is like crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, fair, but now he's on the world stage.
Yeah. I would probably say to keep him happy now, you'd probably have to give him 40 or 50 grand a week with some kind of incremental increase as years go on. So like every year he gets 5 or 10 grand more. So by the time he's like 20, maybe it'll be 75 grand a year or something like that. Like let it go up incrementally across. Do you know, that's what I would give him.
Yeah, I do the same. 40 or 50k a week. 100%. 100%. Right, Drift. Before we continue, we're going to be taking a trip down memory lane now. But before we do that, people, check out our sponsors and you can take a trip down memory lane and grab yourself some retro shirts. This video is sponsored by OK Jersey, rated an impressive 4.5 on Trustpilot, people. And with the World Cup coming up, you are going to want to make sure you grab one of these jerseys. £15 is all you have to spend for these impressive jerseys, and you can rep your country and your flag properly. Make sure you hit the promo code Kopish, Kopish, for a further 8% off. Visit okjersey.com now. Go and grab yourself a shirt. Okjersey.com. Make sure you do that, people. Right. an ex-Liverpool player announced their retirement today at the tender age of 31 years old. Divock Origi, the man who provided us with some of our most memorable moments in the last 10 years, has officially announced his retirement from football. A player that was almost seen as an enigma, almost a player that wasn't always fully appreciated for what they did. I'm guilty of that as well. But when it comes to clutch moments, maybe in the top 10 of Liverpool's history when it comes to clutch moments, Drift, you've been flying the flag for Origi since he's been at Liverpool. What's your thoughts when you heard the news, and how do you think he'll be remembered in the game?
Initially, I was really shocked because of his age. Kind of caught me off guard a bit. I was like, retired? And then straight away I thought, oh, damn, has he got like an injury? Because, you know, like a lot of the time it'll be like Thiago, for example, or Matic, where like injuries just caught up with them and they're way too young to retire, but they have to. But I don't even think it's injuries. So maybe a little bit like, obviously on a different level in terms of quality. But do you remember when Cantona retired early and then just admitted he just didn't have love for the game anymore? So he just got out.
Hazard as well.
I think it was injuries with Hazard, though. He said his body couldn't really...
I think Hazard got fed up, to be fair, and just he's comfortable.
Maybe. But I was shocked. And then it took me down memory lane. And that guy, man.
Sorry, big up Sadiq. Cantona retired at 27.
No, I think he was 31, wasn't he?
Couldn't have been that young.
Yeah, I think.
Oh no, Origi's number is 27. Sorry, Sadiq.
Oh, yeah. I just went down memory lane, Cal, and I'm not even gonna lie. It was, oh man, the amount of cool moments that I was just remembering. And you know, obviously everything starts to go up on what do you call it, on the socials and all that, innit? And everyone starts talking about this, and do you remember that, and do you remember this, and do you remember that? And Merseyside, like, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't he have like the most goals in Merseyside derbies or something like that for Liverpool?
I think it's Gerrard and Mo. I think Origi might be third in the list or something silly like that.
Okay. Like 7 or 8 or something like that. Goals in Merseyside derbies.
He would have scored the one in the 15-16 season when he got taken out by Funes Mori. Then 17-18, he was out on loan. 18-19, he would have scored the 96th minute one. Did we play Everton again that season? We drew 0-0. So I don't think he wouldn't have scored in that one. It was 0-0 or 1-1, but he wouldn't have scored in that one. 19-20, he got the brace at home. And then I think it finished 0-0 away. So that's 4. 2021 season, COVID, we lost 2-0 at Anfield. We drew 2-2 at their place, but we didn't score. 21-22 season, when we were chasing the quad, he scored at home. He scored the second goal. Diaz did a bicycle kick assist. So that's 5.
Yeah.
22-23 season. Hold on. 21-22. Was that his last season then?
No, 22-23 season he was here. He scored a brace that year.
What, 22-23 season?
Yeah. That was when, remember when Deggsy hit it over the top and he took it down and chipped the goalkeeper.
No, that was 19-20.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Wasn't that in the kit with the zigzag?
That was 19-20. I've got it as 5 in the league then. FA Cup, we played them when Virgil made his debut. That's 17-18. It was Milner scored a penalty and then Virgil scored the winner. I've got 5. I've got it as 5, unless I'm missing any.
Oh, 6. It said 6 derby goals in the league he scored, it says.
So he was the 6th. It was the 6th goal. So I've got 15-16 when he got taken out by Funes Mori. 16-17. 16-17. 16-17. We beat them 3-1. That was when Coutinho did the... So Mane got the first, Coutinho got the second, and Origi came off the bench, scored the third.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the 6 then.
Yeah.
So yeah, 6 Merseyside derby goals.
He's buff. I just want to relive a moment. We're going down memory lane. Let's relive a moment.
You're not gonna get us copywritten, are you? Big up Saint in the chat as well. Big up to Saint and the family as well.
Yeah, big up Saint G. No, it's us. It's just reliving us. So this was when he scored the scorpion kick.
Yeah, go on.
I mean, if you're the new Delit, you don't end up at Preston, but
My beard's come a long way still. So shady. Oh boy. So shady. 3 minutes on that. Never in doubt, bruv. Defense splitting pass, bruv.
That's a
defense split.
That prop from you there, Carl.
Timmy, just take it down the byline and whip it.
Timmy,
go for goal, you know. Nico! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck am I watching? Fuck off! What?
Oh my goodness, we're never gonna hear the end of this one now. Oh my god.
What?
You look like you smell something bad.
What?
We are never going to hear the end of this. I'm not going
to. Fuck off,
man actually does a scorpion standing. Hold on.
I think. Why does it sound like Drift is climaxing, bro?
Bro, I was gonna say.
Good night, folks. Good night. Yeah. Good night.
I thought I was gonna hear Usher next.
I'm done.
Unbelievable moment, man. The memories, bro.
That would have been what season would that have been? That would have been 21-22, innit?
21-22, yeah. There's so many. That I'll say it live. You told me to calm down behind the scenes. I'm shameless. I'm shameless to the people I love. I don't give a damn. Origi is definitely in the top 25% of strikers that's ever played for Liverpool.
Oh, Drift, bruv, you said you want to say this online, bruv.
Bruv, it is what it is, man. He's retired now. I don't get to talk about him very often. We're here now, innit?
Top 25 year.
Name me somebody, yeah. Here's the crazy thing, yeah.
You don't want me to answer this question, Drift, so don't.
For somebody who didn't play very often, how has he got so many memorable, legendary moments?
Because he's clutch. He's a modern day David Fairclough. He's a modern day David Fairclough.
And does that not put you in the upper echelon of Liverpool? If you're clutch, if you've got so many memorable moments.
Not the top 25%, Joe.
He is, bro.
I don't want to be the guy to burst the bubble. He's not the top 25%.
For me, he is.
Fair. And that's you're allowed your opinion, bro.
Oh, 100%. I know this is just I'm not saying this is a fact. This is just my opinion. But big up to Origi, man. A Liverpool legend without a shadow of a doubt.
Your top 5 Origi goals.
Swivel volley in the 5-5 cup match against Arsenal. What a goal that was. When he took the ball down from the Lovren
Everton
ball over the top and chipped the goalkeeper against Everton. Bournemouth, when he went round the goalkeeper and scored from that tight angle.
Arthur Burch, 17-18 season. No, 16-17, sorry. 16-17 season.
We all know what number 1 is, so I'm just trying to think what another one would be to complete the top 5. There's so many. I'm just
corner
trying to wrap.
taken quickly, bro. Surely.
Corner taken quickly. The Scorpion kick, we just watched the half volley in the Champions League finals. My favorite.
It wasn't a half volley.
Of course, it was a half volley, bro. The ball was bouncing, brother. The ball's bouncing, and you strike it clean. That's a half volley, Cal. So many, man. Even when he hit the roof of the net in the hat-trick against, was it Southampton?
Yeah. That was Carabao Cup.
So many goals, man. So many goals.
Wolves away when Salah set him up. That's when I became a real Origi guy. That was a game I became a real Origi guy.
I remember. But I would say that goal was more clutch than like an amazing goal. That was just a clutch moment, more so than an amazing goal.
Fair, yeah.
You get what I mean? Because remember, like the header against Newcastle that kept us in the title race.
Yeah.
It's not an amazing goal, but that is just clutch. That is what you call being, you know what I mean? Being that guy and just coming up with that. He's got so many clutch moments. It's actually insane.
Getting the first goal against Dortmund in the away leg and then getting the equalizer, getting the first goal, in the home as well.
100%. So many. And do you want to know what?
I was saying, if Origi stays fit that season, we win the Europa League.
100%. Yeah, I agree.
And do you know what? And if Sacco wasn't wrongly suspended as well. We got done dirty. Yeah, Sacco's wrongly suspended because they accused him of having performance.
Oh, yes. Yeah. You see,
Sacco doesn't get that suspension and Origi stays fit. We win that competition.
Yeah. Just he's got the amount of moments, man. The amount of clutch moments that Origi has is just crazy. I'm struggling to think of how many players in like me watching have had so many like clutch moments. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
You know what? Big up to Mix. 21-22 season. That was
when he did the Cruyff, when he did the
that
crazy.
Crazy.
His catalog is amazing. His catalog's amazing.
That might be, from a technical aspect, might be his best goal. From a technical aspect.
I actually think it's the Everton one, because as a striker, I can tell you, controlling a ball coming over your head is the hardest thing to do in football.
Yeah.
Right? And controlling a football cup is the hardest thing to do in football. And he did it, effort. And then to do one touch and then still have the awareness for to have the finish as well. That goal was something else. Absolutely outstanding goal.
Do you think he goes in the list of, and look, I don't like to speak bad on Klopp, but I'm just going to be open and honest about it. Do you think that's one of Klopp's worst mismanagements of a player?
A little bit, yeah. And I mean, I guess he's probably got to take a little bit of responsibility, because maybe he didn't push himself the way he should have to prove that he should be in the team. Because I know Klopp was very big on training. So maybe Origi wasn't a big trainer, and then that didn't really push him to the front.
But we say this, sorry to cut you, Drift. If he wasn't a good trainer, I'm not saying he was a great trainer, but if he wasn't a good trainer, I don't think he'd have stayed at the club as long as he did.
No, yeah. But I can imagine in training, he's not as good as Mo, Mane, Bobby. Do you get what I mean? Like, in terms of like the effort that he puts in, I reckon those guys probably just went a little bit above and beyond, more so than he did. Again, I'm just speculating, but I'm just trying to think, what else would it have been why he wouldn't have got more? And, you know, he was really unlucky with injuries when he was at Liverpool. Whenever he started to get a bit of a run in the team, he'd always get an injury.
Yeah.
So it was very, very unfortunate. And it's funny, if you actually see the quote that he said the other day, or maybe it was even today, he said Klopp is like the best human being he's ever known.
Yeah, and
so there definitely wasn't an issue between them or anything like that. But yeah, just so many magical moments. So many magical moments. I'll love Origi forever. That kid was... I actually believe that he has to take a little bit of responsibility for not getting the best out of his own ability. Because I actually believe that he didn't have one weakness in his game as a striker. It's actually a shame he didn't excel and get to a high level. He had left foot, right foot. He was good in the air. He was strong. He was quick. He had technical, but there wasn't a weakness in his game. There isn't actually one thing you can go, what was Origi rubbish at? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, that. Like, he didn't have a weakness. He maybe just didn't push himself enough. He could have been a much better player than he was from his talent. So, yeah, big up to Origi, man.
I completely agree with that. Right, people, if you haven't smashed the like button already, please do so. Let's help these super chats. Shout out to Aminor, who says, I hope Rio Nguhoma joins Bayern. And then it's some sort of foreign language for the end of the super chat. I'm not sure what it says. Ty says, the buy black clause was abolished years ago. Ty cycles. Aminor says Cal wants a BLM midfield, all that yam. And then I can't read the last bit. Jay says buying space just now. Operations to bring Allister to Liverpool in the summer 2027 is already fully underway.
Also, buying space did say it as well.
Run it. Kvara this summer and then Allister next summer. Yeah. Run it. Ty says play Rio like Fergie played CR7 in his first season. That's a shout.
Mm.
Let me read this first. H 70 mil. You could build a church with the faith that Drift has in Gapo. Only H, man.
Well, it was you that said 70 mil, not even me. I didn't even say the price.
No, I do think we could get 70 mil. And yes, Spurbank, we just seen yes, Origi, we know we just spoke about, brother. You might just join.
Oh, I didn't realize ITK space is buying space.
Yeah, they're the same person.
Oh,
okay. Same person.
That makes sense.
So yeah, man. Origi. So what, brother? In the last few years, we've seen Matip, Origi,
Milner, Thiago,
Milner.
A lot of Liverpool legends retiring, man.
Yeah, man. It's a real change in the guard at the moment, man. Real change in the guard.
And it makes me sad, Cal, because when I look through the league right now, and especially our team, I think if you could bring any of those players back in their pomp, they would walk into the team now and we'd have such a special team.
Yeah, of course. But that's how football goes, though, isn't it?
28-year-old Millie back in this squad. 25-year-old Matip back in this team. 24-year-old Origi back in this team. Oh, bruv. 26-year-old Thiago back in his team. Oh, bruv, we would be cooking, bruv. You know how perfect the 26-year-old Matip would be right now? If I just said, Cal, let's go and get a 26-year-old Matip and drop him next to Virgil right now. Crazy.
It's not the way it's meant to be, though, bro. But it'd be a dream. It'd be an absolute dream, bro.
Trust me, man.
But not meant to be, man. Not meant to be. Drift, before we take the people out, is there anything you got coming up on your channel or anything?
I haven't got an actual date set for it, people, but I will be doing a men's mental health video. I'm gonna get a panel, and that'll be a serious conversation. So that won't be about jokes. That'll be about real issues, men who may need to hear kind words to help them through their troubles. Because, as most men will know, nobody gives a shit about us. So we're the only people who can care about ourselves.
I used to think like that, Drift. There are. It's just that we've got to be more open about speaking about it. Again, I don't want to step on your toes with the show, but
yeah, I hear you, bro. That's what the conversation will be about, Cal, because even if there are some people who do care, it isn't known enough, and men are still afraid that it will be weaponized against them. So men don't ever feel like they're allowed to have those feelings or express those feelings. So that will be what the conversation is about, you know what I mean? And trying to find that. But I didn't even know it was Men's Mental Health Month until Ends promoted it. And that's how bad it is. I'm a man and I didn't know it was the start of our month.
Sorry to cut you. Big up to Ends as well, because Ends has really been shining a light on that.
Big up Ends for that, 100%. So yeah, I'll be having a conversation about that tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm going to put the panel together and then we'll have a conversation and we'll tell some stories that hopefully can help people through, or just make people feel better about their life, that other people go through the same things that they go through. I'm not even glad there may even be some tears. There may it'll probably get emotional. These are going to be real stories told by real people about things they've gone through. And then I'll be doing a World Cup prep video at some point before Thursday evening as well. So yeah, a couple things coming up this week, man. So stay tuned, people. Put that notification on so you know when I'm going live.
before we go, is it just me or does it feel like it just doesn't feel like it's the World Cup coming up?
If I'm being completely honest with you, I don't think I care enough, and I think that's why I feel like
it just feels weird this time around. I don't know. Like,
yeah.
it feels weird. Yeah.
I mean, since we signed Iraola, I just want the Premier League back, Cal. That's what it is.
I want transfers in the pre-season to start, but yeah, it feels weird with the World Cup, but yeah. People, switch on the notification bell. We have some shows coming out. I've got a packed week over on the Sanderson show because it's the White House card this weekend as well. So bunch of stuff going on there. Yeah, big. Bunch of stuff going on there. Trying to secure a couple of interviews on the channel as well. So God willing, that comes to fruition this week, and then we'll have some stuff on Kopish. So switch on the notification bell as well. VDR, I got you, bro. I'm gonna check that today. Big up yourself. I will check that today.
Do you know, Cal? I know we're wrapping up, Cal, but the Eriksen news, really, really good that he's okay.
I don't know what happened.
He collapsed again, bro.
Heart situation again.
Yeah, he had another cardiac arrest on the pitch. Yeah, bro. Yesterday or the day before yesterday. But he's okay. Today, the news was out. He's awake. He's okay. He gave the thumbs up. There was a picture of, but like, very, very happy that he's okay. But I think now it might be time to stop putting his heart under the pressure. That professional football, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he has to.
It probably was just going to be his last World Cup and then he was going to bow out. But, you know what I mean? But yeah, really, really happy that he's okay. He gave the thumbs up today. There's a photo of him with the news report that he's awake and he's okay in hospital. So big up Eriksen, man.
Damn. Yeah, prayers to him and his family, man. Hopefully there's a situation that can get rectified there. Big up Fozzie in the chat. Gonna redirect to Uncle Rod's. I'm gonna be on Monty's channel at 12 as well. Big up Hassam in the chat. We didn't speak about Nunez Hassam. I did get scolded offline about it though.
Bro, he messaged me and said, "I dare you to come and do Nunez prop."
He don't know who he's effing with.
I wish I was available. I would have been there.
Yeah, I'm glad you weren't, brother. It'd have been long.
Big up Tom, man. Tom was holding it down. Big up.
Yeah, no, big up Tom. Big up Tom. Yes, people. Enough love to you all. Thank you all for watching and listening. Smash that like button until we see you again. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish. All right, people. Take care.
Peace.